Thanks for having me, Fluence, and it's great to be here. My name's Alec. I'm the COO of Spexi, and we are the largest decentralized aerial intelligence network on Earth. So the market for geospatial data is massive, and it's growing at crazy scales. A lot of this has to do with AI and the next generation of spatial AI, but also more mundane applications like Google Maps and Google Earth, and insurance companies and construction companies all consume geospatial data to make better decisions. But the problem is that they use shitty data. They use satellite data, and satellite data sucks. When you zoom in to the best satellite imagery available, that's what you see. Pixels. This is not sufficient for the next generation of applications. Whether it be spatial AI, metaverse, AR, VR, or more traditional applications like autonomous vehicles, we need better data. Drones produce great data. Very, very detailed images, much higher resolution than satellites. But traditionally, they've been very hard to scale because they're fragmented. There's lots of different types of drones out there, lots of different data types. There's not been an effort to standardize drones. This is what we do. We standardize drones. So we take off-the-shelf drones using our software, and we coordinate them using our hexagon system, which produces imagery for customers. Drone pilots download our mobile application, connects to their drone that they already have, mostly DJI right now because it's the largest drone company in the world. And they image cities with hexes at remarkable speeds, producing data that is 900 times more detailed than satellites, 200 times faster than fixed-wing aircraft, and 50 times cheaper than the next best data source. Net new data that our network produces, net new data. This opens up a lot of conversations with our customers. So how does it work? We overlay areas of Earth that need to be flown with hexagons. We call them spexagons. That's what it looks like on the mobile application when it's connected to a drone controller. Pilots get close to those hexagons on Earth, and they simply hit the fly button. The drone then autonomously lifts to 80 meters above ground, and it images the hex in a completely standardized way using autopilot software. So the drone pilots aren't really flying. They're just monitoring the airspace for safety. And it takes about 7 minutes to fly a hex, producing super standardized, ultra high resolution imagery. Compared to satellites, this is the kind of detail we can get to, sub 3 centimeters across the entire world. This moves heads for our customers. Previously not possible until this network. So we launched the testnet last year in North America, and we saw incredible results. Over 100,000 flights representing 11,800 flight hours or 1.35 flight years of constant time of drones in the air. We've imaged over 3 million acres in North America, over the biggest cities in North America. And we have just over 3,000 pilots on the network today. We've also been working hard on the demand side, which is the most important part of DePIN. Since we launched the testnet in 2024, we've already done 7 figures. And we've got an incredible pipeline with some of the biggest mapping and geospatial companies in the world because they need this data. They don't just want it, they need it. Here's an example. This is spatial AI. So this is taking Gaussian splats of a spexagon and taking that imagery. This is for an AR VR application. But this data, this is Leicester Square in London, by the way. It's the most detailed data that's ever existed over these cities. And so some of the customers you can see down there we are working with to help get this data into their hands. So like I said, we've been heads down, building, taking our time, not launching a token yet. But it's time to pour some gas on the fire. So we just announced the creation of the LayerDrone Foundation and the LayerDrone Network. Spexi's been building, like I said, for quite some time, since 2022 in this space, and we've been patient. We haven't launched a token yet. We've been working on the supply and demand side of this network, trying to get PMF and balance the network as best we can while generating revenue. We've spun out the Web3 and crypto parts stacks of our company into LayerDrone, which is a not-for-profit foundation that has plans to launch a token in the next 6 or so months. Our applications at Spexi will adopt that token to power the network moving forward. So at a high level, the protocol will include the missions that the pilots fly. All the data will live in the protocol, data verification and the governance, and pilots will earn crypto for contributing. Data customers, of course, in order to access it, will need to pay in crypto, which initially will be facilitated through Spexi. However, in the future, you'll be able to buy data directly from the protocol. So at a high level, the LayerDrone protocol is governed by the foundation, and we are over here, Spexi, as the value-added provider. So we're buying data from the protocol and selling it to our customers that we already have as the primary way to monetize LayerDrone's data. However, in the future, like I said, we hope to see many value-added providers. It's LayerDrone's hope that there's many Spexis that want to consume its data. One of the things we think about is expansion. We think about it a lot. And expanding too quickly can kill your network because crypto is not free and there's no free lunch. You need to have enough demand to balance the supply side. So as we start, we're going to continue with demand-led expansion while also introducing supply-led expansion. But once we get to this equilibrium, we expect to see much more demand-led expansion than supply-led expansion. This is really important. So our applications that are out now, if you've flown with us before, you know Spexi. This looks similar, but will be powered by LayerDrone in the not too distant future. So things will change a little bit. And there's a points campaign that LayerDrone just launched. So if you want to get involved, there's 2 ways. The first is to fly on the network and you'll earn reputation points as well as cash. Pilots have been earning cash on the network since we launched last year. But you can also earn experience points, and that's for everybody. You can come in and do some social questing, get involved in the community, and you don't need a drone for that. Anyone can participate. So we'd love to see you guys there. This is how you get involved with us, spexi.com, layerdrone.org. It's a really exciting time for us, and LayerDrone's going to announce a lot more about its tokenomics and a lot to do with the buy and burn that Tom has been talking about. And we're doing something interesting with our tokenomics that we think is going to be somewhat unique, where revenue coming in from the customer side will be used by the foundation to either buy back tokens from the market and burn those tokens, or depending on the health of the treasury, buy back the tokens and sink them to fund future expansion. But either way, taking tokens off the market relative to the revenue that LayerDrone is consuming. So that is it. Thanks, guys.